Welcome back to Vision Pros. Today, this is going to be a hot conversation. We've got Andrew Bolton from Tech Rescue, and this is really cool. You guys are going to love what he's up to. Andrew, would you introduce yourself, please?
Hi, everybody. I'm Andrew. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Tech Rescue. Basically, the 24-hour customer support helpline. I'm your help. Middle of the night, you can't figure out how to do something, 24-hour customer service. Your printer breaks down, right here. You've got an exam at 8 a.m. and the computer lab closes at 3, and you need to be able to get that file. I know your pain. I've been there. Your mom calls you because she can't figure out where that file is. I've been there. I know your pain. And guess what? You have problems, and it's past 5:15, and they've already closed for 15 minutes. I know that frustration. Believe me. Screaming out of doors, banging on a steering wheel. Yeah, I know that pain. Yeah, 24-hour customer support. Here we are. Who would have thought customer support was a business, not just, what normal businesses would have, but here we are.
Here we are. That's
Here
so
we are.
great. Here we go, man. All right, well, let's dive in for this question that I always like to ask. What is your vision for those you serve? Specifically, I like to rephrase it like this, like, who's that person that you're serving, and what is the big problem that you're helping them solve in life?
That's a twofold question.
Mm-hmm.
So the person that I'm immediately serving is somebody who handles all the problems in the family. Somebody that, you can't log into Facebook, you can't remember your password, you don't know where, your login is for your bank account, and you're the one pulling all these things and doing all these things, and you've got your own stuff to get done. Yeah, I've been there, and I've said to myself, God knows how many times, Geek Squad is over 20 miles away, and there's no one I can call. There's nobody I can call. I can get food delivered in less than 30 minutes, and there's nobody I can call. There's nobody I can call to get this done. Like, I don't. And then when you go on how to fix it, and you look at the page, and it's now I've got a homework assignment. So I have a problem, and I have a homework assignment on top of it. And then you click on this to find that in this archive, and then that section, and then we got to go to Reddit. So now I have to fix a problem, do a homework assignment, and go on a scavenger hunt. Cool. What else do we got doing? What else do we got to do today?
Right.
Work.
It's not like you're working or
like
having a
work,
family or like trying to take a walk or like.
Yeah. Yeah. Tech Rescue. Hi.
Man.
I solved that problem. Don't be like me and pull your hair out. See, this is hair gone. This is stress. Don't be me. Don't pull your hair out. Call us. We'll take care of it. I've been there. So that's who we serve. And for anybody who has aging family, like we all do, I love them to death, but right this very second, I don't really want to do it. I really don't want to do it. I had a long day. I just sat down, and please, for the love of God, I don't need to help you get on Facebook right this second, Dad. Like I know you want to log on. I know you want to log on. Just give me like 10 minutes. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. I serve that person. So I buy you convenience and time and stress-free life, and I take care of Dad. Dad doesn't know what's going on, call us. You can check out our YouTube video. There's my father. My father is the crankiest old man who doesn't want to do anything, who doesn't want to know anything, and he still asks, how do I forward an email? Believe me, it's Ava and Costello around here sometimes.
Oh, that's the best way to describe it. I know. So my dad, who's in his 80s, at one point said, I don't tweet, I don't Twitter, I don't text. So he wanted to keep his dumb phone. And we're like, cool, do it. He ended up getting a smartphone. Oh my goodness. And it's a lot, it's a lot. And he's learned a lot, but I know.
It is. So I like to show this on podcasts to give like the severity of for anybody who doesn't know what this is a computer.
Mm-hmm. I remember those old days.
I know. I just blew your minds, right? This used to be that. By the thousands. Stacks of these things. You feed them in a computing machine. Computation machine. And that's what we did. That's how it all started. So we're talking about something that started from paper. to chat GDP in less than a lifetime. Yeah, they're a little whiplashed. They've seen a lot come by really fast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And they went their entire careers, everything just on paper.
Yeah,
And
type.
now it's like,
Yeah.
no wonder. And then scammers know this, and
Yes.
it's a
Yes.
dangerous place for them. They try to get their computer fixed, somebody takes hold of the controls, and
Which is one of the things that we face a lot on, dealing with customers is they're a little hesitant.
Mhm.
So mom and I, who is the CFO and co-founder, is we try to explain how to spot fake scammers, how to spot the things that just don't feel right. One of the fastest things you can do is just hover over an email link. If it pops up and it doesn't populate to anything, toss it. It's not a safe. It's not a safe location. If you don't recognize the email address, don't open it.
Mm.
When in doubt, hit the trash.
Mhm.
If it's important, as my mom would always say, if it's really important, they'll leave you a voicemail.
Yeah. It's true.
If it's really important, somebody will make a message that is to you. Otherwise,
Mhm.
toss it in the trash.
Mhm. What are you finding? Like, do you have any shocking stats? Is there
Yes, there
this
is.
is a whole new field that you're kind of a pioneer in this. This is the first time that we've had, you know, elderly people who were on tech who needed the help. The family, we got sandwich generation going. We've got all this different perfect storm that makes your business, this is the time.
So the stats are kind of scary in a weird way. So we have 72% of all seniors that we calculate between, it's about a population of about 90 million, 65 and older. And that's from the last census and based off of the numbers from the Trump administration talking about the amount of numbers that they've documented coming in. So we estimate it's around 90 million over 65. Out of that population, 72% of them are familiar with smartphones. There are more in that generation than younger that understand smartphone technology. The problem is 64% of them are uncomfortable with technology.
Mm.
So we have outpaced this generation completely. Now, here's the other aspect of our business that is unfortunate. Of that 90 million, 14% of them are without any access to healthcare whatsoever.
Mm.
They have it, they just don't know how to get to it. So because we're HIPAA compliant, you can call Tech Rescue. We can log on. We can connect to your computer, tablet, or smartphone. We can help get onto your medical information, United Health, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Veterans Affairs. We can help you find a doctor. We can set up an appointment. We can get you an Uber. We can set up an account for Uber. We can connect your bank to your Uber. We can get you to and from your doctor's office. And with Amazon and all the other delivery prescription services out there, we can have your prescriptions that you need delivered to your doorstep.
That's amazing.
We have connected the world in such a way that we have now been able to be almost like life rescue.
Mm.
We can be there. If you have a tablet and you can connect to data or Wi-Fi, we can connect to you. And really and truly what we found with the calls that are coming in, whether it's a fax, an email, a text, a message of any kind, that's still a communication.
Mm.
We are trying to communicate constantly. So what we're discovering that we've always really known is that we are a communicative species. We do not like it when we get disconnected from the world. Anybody who doesn't know that, take away a teenage girl's cell phone.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
You think hurricanes are destructive. We are a species that likes to communicate.
Yeah.
So that's what we're finding, and we're finding new ways to do it. So, for example, senior citizens are consuming more video games than ever before. They made up 22% of the GDP last Christmas. So I went to Walmart this weekend. You can get a 75-inch Vizio TV for about $375. You can get a PlayStation or an Xbox for under $500. You can get 2 sets of games. Most of the kids that are playing with their grandparents are playing MLK or NFL. So they're basically playing ESPN games with their grandkids because we're getting calls of how do I find my grandson's username? How do I find his player name? How do I connect to him on PlayStation Store or Xbox Live? We are connecting in new ways because that's what we're interested in.
Mm. That's beautiful in some way. I mean, this is wonderful because we do have the opportunity to communicate and connect with people
Of
that
course.
we can't see face to face in person all the time. So
Yeah.
there's that beautiful upside. The downside is, I mean, this is frankly overwhelming for a lot of people. And like you said, sandwich generation folks, they're they're already running ragged. This is kind of on their very last nerve trying to be patient and explain something remotely like, okay, see the box, no, the other box, it's over there, you know.
Yeah, we definitely have been somewhat of the pressure valve to a lot of family dinners, a lot of
Mm,
family. Thanksgiving is coming up. Hey,
mhm.
Thanksgiving's coming up. You know, the big game. You don't want dad to get frustrated. This might be a preemptive thing to put in place, people. You know,
Right.
listen, when the grocery stores start preparing for Halloween, start preparing for family fights. Let's
Yeah.
start getting let's start being proactive, people.
Only you can save your holiday dinner, right?
Listen, when you grow up in an Irish Catholic family, you know what's coming.
It's gonna be loud.
We got subject briefings. These topics are not up for discussion. And of course, somebody's going to bring it up
Of
because somebody
course,
likes to start
because they
trouble
can't resist,
because
of
they can't
course.
resist. I wonder who that could be.
I'm not gonna name names, Andrew, but
What?
oh
Dinner was a little
my.
quiet. It was a little too
Just
quiet at dinner that night.
spicing it up a little bit,
Yeah,
spicing it up.
especially.
So, well, I mean, it's really cool. No, all serious. This is an incredible thing because I think so many families are really feeling a lot of pressure and they want to be able to be connected.
Yeah,
Lives are so busy, people are just spread so thin, and you're kind of adding some grease to the machine for people. So people
you
are
know,
getting what they need and not
honestly, I don't see it
losing their
getting better.
mind.
I really don't.
Mm,
I don't see this getting better. I see
mm,
as things get a little bit tighter and harder for people are going to work a lot more. So we're going to be a lot more distant. So
mm,
we're going to be using devices a lot more. We have unfortunately opened Pandora's box.
mm,
There's no going back. This is the Prometheus fire. AI is the Prometheus fire of this
mm,
of our era, and there's no going back. So that topic of how do there's no controlling it.
mm,
You don't control fire.
mm,
Look at California. Same with technology.
mm,
What we have to start doing is, instead of asking how do we, what we need to start asking is what if, because we've now removed the how. All right,
mm,
we have something in place now that's reading the internet 24/7, 7 days a week. The answer is always whatever you ask.
mm,
We have all that information.
mhm,
So in order to get ahead of the ball, we need to start asking the questions that get us ahead of the ball, which is
mm,
the what if questions. What if we
mhm,
did this? What if we did that? Because now we can use AI to go through equations a lot faster.
mhm,
So we can still get the same negative answers, but we can get them a lot faster. And that's
mhm,
what science is getting through a lot of the wrong answers to get to a right answer.
mhm,
That's technology. And that's what we're going to do. And I think that's the way moving forward. So if we're going to become a global society, which we slowly are becoming, I definitely see, let's possibly see mirrors being, instead of glass being reflective, it's a film over a screen that's reflective, but you can have your outfit. You
mhm,
can call your friends and have a three. If we can use the same technology on a laptop, right, to do a share screen,
mhm,
that can be done on an entire digital board, an entire digital screen that gets reflective material put on top of it, which has cameras along the sides that can be that sharing that, so you can call your friends and show them the outfit that you're wearing with options, because it's not a mirror, it's a screen. And because it's taken pictures of you before,
mhm,
you can show the outfit with what you're wearing. We have that technology.
mhm,
We have it.
mhm,
We can start getting ahead of it with the what if
mhm,
questions. So how do we build it? All right, this
mhm,
is how we can build it now. This is the future. This is the new era, the what if
mhm,
era.
mm. Exciting times
Oh, it
if we
is,
do it right, you know?
which we won't.
Yeah. I mean, some things we might get right.
Oh, of course, crash dummies always make it to the end of the destination. That's the whole point. Is
Mm,
how many bangs along the wall did they take to get there?
mm,
Oh,
mm,
we're gonna bang along the wall big time, but
mm,
we'll eventually get there.
mm. That's wild. Well, let me shift gears and ask you this. When it comes to your business itself, what's your vision for it long term?
I think long term, we're gonna be in your life as Arm and Hammer, just in the
Mm,
background. I think as technology gets more advanced, and I don't want to take the biased sense to it because I want to be a successful business. Anybody does. But if I take 10 steps back and look at the world, we're making blenders Bluetooth. We're connecting our Teslas to our homes, our gardens, to our iHome networks, to our temperatures, to our lights, to the sprinkler systems, to we're connecting everything to everything to everything to everything to everything. If we're connecting everything, somebody's got to be able to help you along the way. Somebody's got to be the janitor that comes in. Somebody's got to be the type of repairman. There's always going to be a somebody. But
mm,
as we get more and more advanced, I see the future as a little bit of Marty McFly mixed in with some Apple technology to it.
mhm,
So if we look at the smart city grid, right? The not the conspiracy idea of it all, but the idea of it,
mhm,
right? Buses and cars having tracking systems on it. So being able to judge traffic patterns, being able to judge when buses and trains will arrive, to then be able to predict, let's say, an ambulance getting from St. Jude's Hospital down to the Presbyterian, it will take exactly 22.43 seconds or 22 minutes and 43 seconds, just based off the grid and how New York City is moving. We can have a heart delivered from New Jersey inbound helicopter within 35 minutes. That'll be in the operating room in the Presbyterian Hospital in less than 45, based off of all that data flowing immediately from Jersey to up to St. Jude's, down to the Lower East Side, moving at temperature, moving at the speed of traffic, and basically being able to recognize those future patterns. That could be our future.
mm.
Flying cars and technology, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Because in order to have flying cars and technology, the FAA has to create new flight patterns. Are you kidding me? You think traffic is bad going on the Garden State Parkway? We're now going to add flying cars to LaGuardia, JFK, and Newark International Airport. I mean, for real, New Yorkers, really? We can't get across the Cross Bronx Expressway without at least a fist fight happening once a day. And we're going to have flying cars up and down the Lower East Side, crisscrossing with JFK, LaGuardia, and, and Newark? Really? Really? Okay.
It's like high tech slapstick at that point. Not going to work.
No, that ain't going to work.
No.
No, no. Get that. Can we just get that idea off the table? That ain't going to happen. Flying cars in New York City.
Mm.
Yeah, like we barely can drive in a straight line as it is, and now we're gonna start flying around.
It's true.
You can't even keep cars on the road. You're gonna keep these hovering hoverboard bicycle looking cars in the air. No, the future, the way it looks is gonna be what you see now, but a little bit smarter, a little bit faster, and I think there's going to be some big things that happen in medical technology. I think we're going to get an understanding. We're going to get an understanding of cancer. I think we're going to get a much better understanding of heart disease. We're going to get a much better understanding of tumors, and we're going to get a lot better disease. We're already starting to make leaps and strides in Alzheimer's information. If you were to take right now every CAT scan that has ever been done on an Alzheimer's patient, load them all up in a JPEG or a PDF file and run them through an advanced 5.0. I think ChatGPT is at 5.0 now. If you were to run that through ChatGPT, I think just on a basic level, that system might be able to recognize a pattern based off of every single CAT scan ever done in the history of mankind that had an Alzheimer's patient. That's a what if question. What if we could recognize a pattern before it even begins? What would that look like?
Mm.
Run it through the system. Identify that gene. Where is that located? Run it through the system. What population set carries that gene the most? Run it through. What are the markers? What are the factors? What are the external factors that might, is it job type? Is it diet? Is it environment? Is it, now we start painting a picture of real time where, guess what? We have a small market segment in a demographic area with a certain type of pattern that is more prone to this type of problem. Now let's study it. ChatGPT can't do all of it, but it can lock it down and be like, all right, this is something that we need to look at medically. That's the what if questions. How do we? What if we could? That's the future. That's where I see our future, is the what if questions start becoming. And schools, we need to change school. We need to change it completely. The way we're doing it, and it's not a political thing and it's not an economic thing. It's just now the game has changed. School was different when computers didn't exist. Computers exist.
Yep.
Schools are different now that ChatGPT's here. We need to change school. I can give you a PhD level midterm paper at 17, like that. And well, you can tell it's plagiarized. I'm like, no, it's not, because I can tell it's a properly CLA format, MLA format. What would you like? Chicago style? 1.5, 2-point spacing. How would you like it? I can make it as precise as you like it. So give me something that I can't ask ChatGPT. Ask a question now. What we're asking now is teachers to think differently. Teachers have now been, their entire careers have been told how to talk to, teach. Can't do that no more. Can't. What you can do as a teacher now with the most powerful tool ever existed is, let's say you have a class of 15. You know, as a teacher, statistically, you can't give 15 kids that type of attention. Class, open up your laptops. We're going to be talking about Genghis Khan today. I want you to ask ChatGPT something interesting that you find about Genghis Khan. You'll get everybody answering different questions. Cindy, what'd you pick? Michael, what'd you pick? Why? All right, your homework assignment is to explore that. Why did you pick that? What was it interesting? I want you to tell me why you thought that was interesting. You can make it handwritten. Now they have to do it that way. But guess what? You have the most powerful tool at your disposal. You cannot do what you normally do. You can't. It's going to do it for you in any language. I guarantee you a teacher in Boston doesn't speak Aramaic, Egyptian, Swati, Hindu, Farsi. Now you can teach it universally. And here's the blowout. With ChatGPT, you can create a universal, global rubric for the planet.
True.
7-year-olds across the planet, from India to California to New Jersey. 7-year-old is a 7-year-old. If a 7-year-old knows who Superman is, a 7-year-old can know what the colliding telescope is. We have the ability to change the world at our fingertips. The question is how.
Right.
Not asking that question.
I love it.
So if you're asking what the future looks like, I don't know, because I'm the only one asking a question right now. All of your viewers can ask the same thing with ChatGPT. They're all going to ask a different question. The question is now, from that, is where do we go from there?
That's awesome.
The future is bright. The difference is going to be what questions do we ask. That's the secret.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you for being here today. I'm really happy that you tuned in to Vision Pros Live. I'm looking forward to seeing your reactions as these episodes continue to move forward. This is going to get more and more fun. We'll have more and more engagement as well. We'll invite people to participate in the show. And thank you for giving us your time and attention. Have an excellent time building out your vision and becoming a Vision Pro yourself.